It's mid-December, 1989. The icy wind sweeps through Palace Square in Bucharest, Romania. Over 50,000 people are packed into the vast open space, trembling in the cold. Some have been here for hours, pulled from factories, schools, and offices. They've been ordered to appear for one reason: to show their support for one man, Nicolae Ceaușescu, the dictator who's ruled Romania for nearly a quarter of a century. But what no one realizes yet is that this rally will become the moment that ends his reign forever. Just days earlier, unrest had erupted in the western city of Timișoara. It began when a local priest spoke out against the regime's cruelty. When authorities came to silence him, the townspeople resisted. Soldiers were sent in. Shots were fired. Dozens died. News spread fast, faster than the censors could suppress it. And within days, protests began breaking out across Romania. Ceaușescu, enraged and desperate to reassert control, came up with a bold plan. He would hold a mass rally in Bucharest, broadcast live on national television to prove the people still loved him. It was a fatal mistake. December 21st, 1989. Ceaușescu steps out onto the balcony of the Central Committee building, waving stiffly at the crowd below. Thunderous cheers fill the air, but they aren't real. The sound blasting from loudspeakers is a pre-recorded track meant to simulate enthusiasm. Below, most people stand silently, frozen, not by the cold, but by fear. Ceaușescu begins to speak, praising the party, boasting of Romania's achievements, thanking the crowd for their loyalty. But then, it happens. From somewhere deep in the mass of people, a scream cuts through the noise, then another. The dictator pauses, visibly confused. In the chaos, his wife Elena whispers urgently, "They're shooting." Security officers rush to the balcony. Demonstrators have broken through the outer barricades. The broadcast director has orders. If anything goes wrong, point the camera to the sky. Viewers at home suddenly see the shaky image of clouds. Then, static. Inside the square, panic spreads. Ceaușescu, pale and furious, yells into the microphone, calling the outbursts provocations. But the spell is broken. For the first time, the people of Romania have defied him on national television. That moment marks the beginning of the end. The rally collapses into chaos. Crowds spill into the streets of Bucharest, chanting, "Down with Ceaușescu." Ceaușescu orders troops and tanks to restore order by any means necessary. Gunfire erupts through the night. Protesters are shot in the streets. Others are hunted by snipers from rooftops. When workers from nearby factories begin marching toward the capital, something extraordinary happens. The army joins them. Soldiers lay down their weapons and side with the people. Ceaușescu's greatest fear has come true. The military is no longer his. Panicked, Ceaușescu calls an emergency meeting inside the Central Committee building. Outside, hundreds of thousands of Romanians are storming toward the headquarters. With protesters minutes away from breaking in, Ceaușescu and Elena are rushed to the rooftop. A helicopter is waiting. As they lift off, the mob floods the building below. The once unshakable dictator is now running for his life. The helicopter heads toward Snagov, Ceaușescu's private residence outside Bucharest. He frantically tries to contact loyal commanders, but no one answers. The government is gone. The party is gone. They take off again, this time heading west, hoping to reach a friendly military garrison. But then, a voice crackles over the radio. All flights are grounded, any aircraft refusing to land will be shot down. The pilot is forced to touch down on a country road near Târgoviște. They flag down a passing car, a local mechanic behind the wheel. He reluctantly drives them toward Târgoviște, but by now, every radio station in Romania is broadcasting the same words. Ceaușescu has fallen. The mechanic hands them over to local authorities. The couple is locked inside a small room at an agricultural institute before being transferred to a nearby military base. The revolution is over. But Romania demands justice. On Christmas Day 1989, a hastily assembled military tribunal convenes inside the Târgoviște barracks. Nicolae and Elena Ceaușescu are charged with genocide, abuse of power, destroying the economy, and attempting to flee with billions in foreign funds. The trial lasts less than 2 hours. Ceaușescu refuses to recognize the court, shouting that it's illegal. Elena calls the soldiers traitors. It makes no difference. The verdict, guilty. The sentence, death. Moments later, they are led outside into the cold courtyard. Their hands are tied. A firing squad stands ready. Elena curses them to the end. Nicolae begins to sing the Internationale, the old communist anthem, before gunfire drowns out his voice. It's December 25th, 1989. After 24 years of dictatorship, Nicolae and Elena Ceaușescu are dead. The next day, Romanian television broadcasts footage of their bodies, undeniable proof that the regime has fallen. By May 1990, Romania holds its first free elections in more than half a century. In the years that follow, the nation rebuilds, joining NATO, entering the European Union, and slowly emerging from decades of oppression. But that cold day in December remains one of the most dramatic moments ever captured on live television. The day when a dictator faced the fury of his own people and the silence of his last applause. This was the fall of Nicolae Ceaușescu, the man who thought he could control a nation forever.